what's up, guys? Happy Friday. That's hilarious.
88.1 WLRA, the start. This is the Step Back with your official trade deadline special here for you from 12 to 2. That's pretty much all we're going to talk about, right? Oh, I kind of want to get a little bit of that Boston game last night.
Yeah, we can talk about that. There's a couple of good games yesterday we can talk about. But for the most part, let's talk about these trades.
Okay, so because we live in the city of Chicago and we are blessed by the horrible front office of the Chicago Bulls, we have to talk about the Otto Porter trade.
Definitely.
And I think that we need to jump in right away and talk about how the Bulls need to – because we talk all the time about how NBA teams need to pick a direction. You can't be in the middle.
Yeah.
You can't be in the middle.
Totally.
Right? So
you're either going for it now or you're tanking.
Right.
Those
and
are
the
your
Bulls,
two options.
The Bulls made that decision when they traded Jimmy Butler to Minnesota that we were tanking.
Yes.
That was our decision.
Yep.
We're going to get Lauri Markkanen. We're going to get Levine. We're going to get Dunn. We're going to build around those three. Dunn hasn't worked out. Levine has been okay, and Lauri's never been healthy. Right?
Yep.
So after that, the Bulls get another top 10 pick, and they blow it. I mean, they blew it. They took Wendell Carter, which I'm sure he's going to be a fine player, but he's not that guy.
Yeah.
You can't build around Lauri. Lauri is not a franchise piece.
Mm-hmm.
He's not. He's maybe a solid number 2 option or a number 3, but not a number 1. He's not.
On a championship team.
And we've said big guys cannot be that number 1 guy, right?
Seems like it, yeah.
Right. So, knowing all of this, let's expand. Okay, so the Bulls are what? The bottom 4 worst team in the NBA.
I think they're the fourth.
Yeah, bottom 4 worst team in the NBA. And now they go out, and Jabari, let's keep this in perspective. Jabari was getting trade interest. There was interest around the league in Jabari.
Totally.
Lonzo Ball had been discussed. There had been discussions for
Lonzo said he wanted to play for the Bulls, too.
Yeah, and there's even discussions of Enes Kanter,
Mm-hmm.
on an expiring deal.
Yep.
And
He got
Bobby
bought
Portis,
out, right?
Yeah. And he's a free agent right now. But Bobby Portis is a valuable piece too, And I think we need to look at the fact that the Bulls have now traded and I want to get back into this Jabari contract before I get into this because the Bulls were blessed with Jabari because it was a 1-year deal, right? Team option, right?
Yep.
1-year deal, team option, $19 million, right? If it worked, it worked. It was a great story. He got to come back home. He got to play in his own city. And if it worked, like I said, it works. He averages 18 a game, and you get a nice player for a 1-year deal. Awesome. But if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work, and you had him for 1 year. He's a rental, right? And it's your decision. You either bring him back or you don't. But now you trade Jabari and you trade Bobby Portis, and you get a guy who's locked up for, after this year, another 3 years, making $26 million.
Yeah, it's absurd. It's the Bulls, though. What did you expect something else?
But and see, the thing is Otto Porter, he's a top 10 pick, right? He won Big East Player of the Year at Georgetown. He's a stud. He was a finalist for the National Player of the Year. He averaged 14 points a game last year. Okay, that's what got him the max deal, right? Because he made a big jump. He went from like 8 to 14, 6 points. That's a lot of points, to make a big incline. The Wizards thought he deserved to be paid, and now this year his numbers have dropped completely. He's down 2 points a game, and his stats are showing a straight decline. So, there's probably room for the Bulls for Otto Porter to grow. He's only 25, 26, or even 24 maybe, Mm-hmm. But I think if you're the Bulls, you need to pick a direction because Otto Porter is a solid player. He's a solid player. He's not worth $26 million, but he's good enough to win you more games than lose. Correct?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, exactly. That's like the thing that happened with...
That's the problem. Is Otto Porter is good enough...
It's the same thing the Knicks did with that Dennis Smith Jr. thing. It's like they're going to put him out there and play him 40 minutes, and he's going to win them more games than they need.
Maybe DeAndre Jordan, too. DeAndre Jordan.
They're going to keep him?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're going to buy out Wes Matthews and keep DJ.
Right.
Yeah, see, it's like, dude... What are we doing?
But the Bulls, Otto Porter isn't worth $26 million. We can agree on that.
Of course not.
Right.
Not even close.
So he's not worth $26 million, right? So not only are you taking on that bad contract, but you're also taking on a guy who's going to help you win more games. It's a double negative.
Yeah, it's the exact opposite of what you... Isn't he expiring? How many deals are left? Or how many years are left?
After this year, another 3.
Oh, my... What?
Yeah.
They're going to... Wow, they're going to have to move him.
Nobody wants that. I don't want that.
Yeah.
And I read on Twitter, oh, what a great move. It's Otto Porter with all these young Bulls and Dunn, Levine, Porter, Markkanen, and Carter. That's a solid 5. Yeah, but you're not going to win a title, so it doesn't matter.
So you need to be winning 5 games a season if you're not going to win a title.
Yeah, you want to win 35 games a year and be the 11th seed every year?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm so tired of this, bro.
Yep.
I'm so tired of this.
Gar packs, dude.
What are they doing?
I don't think they know.
They don't even know how to tank.
Yeah, right? They're trying to be bad, and they're bad at being bad. They can't even be bad successfully.
See, I think the Clippers did a really good thing because we talk about the Clippers a lot because of what, all those guys in their front office and what they're trying to do with tanking and rebuilding and all this stuff. And it started with the Blake Griffin trade, and they got a bunch of picks from the Pistons for that. And, they whatever, and they started stockpiling assets, and then they trade Tobias Harris, and they got a bunch of picks for that. So they're contending without contending while tanking. They're contending while tanking. That's incredible to me.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah.
They're stacking up draft picks while winning.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
In the West, they're going to make the playoffs this year. The Clippers.
Yeah.
The Clippers are winning while tanking.
Yeah, and they just traded their best player.
Tobias Harris, and they get picks back, right?
Mm-hmm.
They traded Blake, they get picks back,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then last night, they traded, I'm trying to think, who did they trade him? Was it Avery Bradley?
Yeah.
And they got JaMychal Green back?
Yeah.
JaMychal Green's solid.
Yeah, and they got off the Avery Bradley contract.
Yeah.
So just freeing up cap space for this summer because they
So-
think that they're a big landing
So
spot
time
this
out.
summer.
They're freeing up cap space,
Watch the
stockpiling draft
Watch
picks.
the Clippers get like Kawhi and KD. And like LeBron's just sitting in LA like, come on, man, is this real?
And they have tons of picks.
Yeah.
The Clippers are in an amazing position.
Yeah, for
They
sure.
cut Marcin Gortat. No old guys, no guys that are going to, So the Clippers at the end of the year are going to have enough for what? 2 max spots?
Yeah.
They're going to have enough for 2 max spots. And they're going to have what? 2 or 3 first-round picks?
Oh, they have those picks this year?
No, I think they have a bunch of future picks, but I know they have the Pistons pick this year, I think.
And the Pistons are pretty bad, so that'll be
Yeah, but
decent.
they're in the playoffs.
Yeah, but are they really?
I think they're like the 6th seed. Something gross.
Well, I know that the Western Conference is pretty much locked up. Like unless something crazy happens, the first 7 seeds are locked up. The only thing people are playing for, it's between Sacramento and the Lakers for the 8th seed, which is hilarious.
Yeah. Detroit's not even in the playoffs.
Yeah,
right
I didn't
now.
think so.
They're the 9th seed.
Yeah.
That's incredible to me. So I'm very, very frustrated now.
Did you hear that Detroit's gonna grab Wayne Ellington?
Yeah, I
that
did
came
see
out
that.
today.
Yeah. As I was pulling in, I saw that. But I'm saying, there was hope in the Bulls fan base. There was hope.
A little bit.
They were finally doing something right, or they had an opportunity. I mean, honestly, in total honesty, I didn't think we were going to get Zion. I had zero belief that we were going to. I had belief we would get Barrett or Morant, though. Someone, legit. And now you're out here getting better players when you're bad. Why?
Yeah, true, yeah. Remember like a couple months ago, I was saying if they really want Zion, they wait till after the All-Star break, and then they literally deactivate Levine and Markkanen.
That's
just
what the
sit them
Cavs are
on the
doing.
bench. Yeah, exactly.
I saw reports.
Don't
today.
even let them play. I don't want Levine's 20-something points a game. That will only help me win.
Yeah.
I don't want wins.
Right.
I need losses.
What are the Bulls' plan right now? What is their plan?
I don't think they have one.
No, I genuinely
well, it's
want
tough
to
because
know.
it's a mix between you have to tank and be bad, but also you had to put butts in the seats because it's like a business. You know what I mean? So
I don't care about that. I don't care about
But
the
they
business.
do. That's part of their plan.
Right.
You know?
I get that. But, according to Forbes, did you see this list?
Yeah, with the
Bulls
the
are
high-
what? 6th?
Are they?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Right.
Thanks,
That
MJ.
doesn't matter. That doesn't matter.
Yeah, totally.
I don't think the business matters. I think if the fan base matters. I think if the fans have an idea of where your franchise is going, then you're in a good spot. I think everybody in the city of Chicago understood that the Bulls were going to tank, right? I mean, the Bulls were tanking.
Yeah,
Everybody
that was the plan.
Tank for Zion, tank for Zion,
Yeah.
tank for Zion.
Yeah.
Everyone was on the same page.
Yeah.
And now you go out and get Otto Porter?
I mean, I don't think he's going to help him that much. They're still going to be in the lottery somewhere.
He's another double-digit guy. He averages double-digit points.
Yeah, like 17 or something.
No, 17's a lot. He averages 12 right now.
Oh, my God. Well, I mean.
But he's 25. He's a top 10 pick, and he was a finalist for National Player of the Year. I think he has a lot of potential. The only problem
You're
is
higher on him than I am. I'll tell you that much. But the Bulls are one of those teams where, like, there's a vacuum of scoring. Like, if anyone's decent, they'll come in and put points up.
That's what I'm trying to say.
That's been my argument with Levine the whole time. He's a good stats, bad team guy. But, like, you put him on a good team and he doesn't play like that.
Well, Porter
so Otto
doesn't
Porter
get
might be
shots.
the same way.
He doesn't get shots in D.C.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. He comes to the Bulls and he'll probably up his averages.
That's what I'm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think the Bulls are in a bad position. Bad position.
Yeah, it wasn't the smartest move, I don't think. The worst thing about it is the fact that it's a 4-year contract with like 100-something million.
Yeah, $26 million a year.
$105 million for 4 years.
Yeah, I think it's something crazy like he makes $28 million in his last year. I mean, it's just absurd.
Dude, like 5 days ago there were rumblings of the Bulls listening to trade offers for Levine and Dunn. It's like I would have been much happier for that. Just get picks, dude.
Yeah,
Give up Zach Levine for 2 or 3 picks. Give up Dunn for a couple picks.
Yeah, all right. So last year Porter made $24 million. He's making $26 million this year, 27 next year, and 28 the year after. And yeah, he's a free agent at the end of 2020.
Porter?
Yeah, after the 2020-2021 season is when he's a free agent.
So he's got 2 years left.
No, after the 2020-2021 season.
Oh, so in the summer of 2021. Yeah. Oh, man. Well, have fun with that.
I'm good on that. I don't want any of that.
He's a very similar player to Portis.
Otto Porter?
Yeah.
No, I don't think
He's
so
like
at
a
all.
spacing wing.
I think, Portis is a big.
Sort of.
No, Portis is for sure. Portis is like 6'10". Otto Porter's like 6'7".
Yeah, but they both are like on the wing guarding guys and shooting perimeter shots.
Well,
and stuff like that.
I think Bobby Portis is more of a rebounding guy. He has more of a low post threat. I mean, Bobby can shoot it, but I don't know. I think Otto is more of a scorer, right?
Yeah, that's definitely true.
Yeah,
he's more of an offensive. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll buy that.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into some of this trade deadline
sorry,
stuff.
man. I had to get
That's
that
all
out.
right, dude. I'm with you.
Yeah. So, all right, let's break this down.
So here, let me ask you this: who do you think won the trade deadline?
That's a good question.
I know who I think won it.
How far back are we going?
Just like the last week or whatever. Whenever all these moves have been made, these big moves.
It's close. I mean, I want to say the Raptors.
With getting
Gasol?
Gasol? Really?
Well, actually, probably not. I would say either the Raptors, the Sixers, or the Raptors, the Sixers, or I don't even know who else got to.
My pick is easily the Bucks, picking up Nico Mirotic because he's exactly. First of all, they're the best team in the league. They're 40-13.
Who did they give up?
Who did they give up? But yeah, they're 40-13. If you look at their shot chart and their heat chart, it's like exactly what they need is what he gives them. They need shooting and spacing. So it's like now they have the option to go like Bledsoe, Middleton, or Bledsoe/Brogdon, Middleton, Giannis, Ilyasova, Brook Lopez, or they if they really want to, they can run Giannis at the 5 or at the 1, put in, and then you just have snipers.
Yeah, Brogdon.
Middleton. No, look at this: Giannis, Middleton, Nico, Ilyasova, Lopez. Snipers. Basically,
That's a massive.
basically,
lineup,
Coach
though.
Bud was like, "All right, we're just gonna do with LeBron or do with Giannis what everyone does with LeBron. We're just gonna put Giannis out there with a bunch of shooters.
Yeah.
They can go big with shooters. They can go small with shooters. They could go Bledsoe, Brogdon, Middleton, Giannis, Brook. They could go. There's like any. They can go. They can play small ball. They could put Giannis at the 5,
Yeah.
4 shooters. They could put Giannis at the 1, play big with 4 shooters.
Well, if they put Giannis at the 5, Middleton would play the 4?
Probably, or the 3.
Yeah. Well, this is the official deal. So, pretty much what happened was the Bucks went out and got Stanley Johnson.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
they got Stanley Johnson
for Thon Maker.
Thon Maker, and they also got Jason Smith. So they flipped both of those guys and 4 second-round picks for Nico. Wow.
That's awesome. They're going for it, dude. They're the best team in the league. They have the best record right now. Like they're the best. They're the team. They're the NBA's best record right now.
How did Philly look last night with Tobias?
They
didn't play last night, did they?
No, they played today. They played Denver.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be a good game. Yeah, let's watch that later.
Yeah, I'm down.
But dude, you know what I found interesting too? Because you were talking about Toronto. Siakam yesterday.
Yeah, monster game.
Animal,
Yeah,
dude.
monster.
He had like 33, 14. He had a game high points, game high rebounds, game high steals. He's all over the
Career
floor.
high in points, too.
He's all everywhere, dude.
Yeah.
I'm a big Pascal Siakam guy, dude.
So let's break
He's
down.
legit. And now they moved Valanciunas and who for him? Or for
Dylan Wright.
Oh yeah, and somebody else too. CJ Miles.
Yeah.
They got rid of 3 good players, and the thing about Toronto though was that how deep they were. They're like 12 guys deep that could play in a playoff series.
CJ Miles was decent.
He shoots the
Yeah.
lights out.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, but I mean, they give up 3 good players, but they're getting Gasol back, so it's like.
How does Gasol fit with them?
I don't-
Probably really good. Probably amazing. It's probably an amazing fit.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I wondered the same thing too, because I'm like, because everything, the Grizzlies' identity the last decade has been grit and grind,
Right.
and it's not really Toronto's identity.
Anymore.
But I don't think it matters. Like, I think once you get him and Kyle and Kawhi out there, they're gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
They're gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
They're gonna be
That's
awesome.
why I didn't understand how people were ripping the Tobias Harris trade. People were like, Tobias can't fit with Ben Simmons.
I
and
thought
Embiid."
that was a great trade for both teams.
Yeah.
Because the Clippers got that Miami pick, that first round Miami pick that's going to be awesome. Then they got another pick unprotected the
Miami-
next year
I think Miami's in the worst spot in the NBA.
because they're in the middle.
Yeah.
And they're not going to win a title.
Dead in the middle.
They're
They
not
don't
going to
have
win a title,
superstar.
and they are giving up picks.
Yeah.
they don't even have their picks.
Right. I trust Pat Riley and Spo more than pretty much any GM coach combo in the league, but I'm saying that they don't have a superstar. Who's their superstar? Whiteside? No.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah. Dragic?
It's tough.
Dragic's good, but he's not a superstar.
Yeah, they were playing really well like earlier in the season when they moved
Winslow to the
to
point.
the point. Yeah, exactly. They won like 8 straight, and then ever since they've just been. They're like 2 games under 500 right now.
They're the 8th seed.
Yeah.
They're going to get swept by Milwaukee.
Yeah. It's totally, dude. Totally. Definitely.
yeah,
If they win a game against Milwaukee, I'd be
be
shocked.
Floored.
Yeah. Yeah. Me too. Yeah. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
And you have to think like these coaches and these GMs and these owners know that, right? Like you got to think Pat Riley's like, all right, well, in his mind, he doesn't think he's gonna beat Milwaukee in a
Giannis.
7-game series. Who's guarding Giannis?
Winslow?
Good luck with
Yeah,
all that.
Yeah. I don't want any of that.
No.
You can have all of that.
Time out. While we're talking about Giannis, we gotta just a little bit. We gotta get into LeBron and Giannis yesterday in the draft,
Oh,
the All-Star draft. There were so many good things that happened.
yeah. How about, all right, I want to get into that right now.
Okay.
actually.
Yeah. Let's talk about it.
Okay, so last night was the very first official NBA All-Star draft. Okay.
Well, no, it's the first one that got televised. They
Right.
did this same structure last year, but they didn't televise it. And everyone freaked out, like, bro, we want to see.
Yeah.
We wanted to see what your.
Picks were.
Yeah, exactly.
And why do you? So, anyways, the biggest thing was LeBron pretty much took every possible free agent candidate.
Yeah, he took every single
possible-
possible free agent target. He
Yeah.
took. So his first pick was KD.
Yeah.
Who's got a
free
player
agent.
option, he can leave. His second pick was Kyrie, he's got a player option, he can leave. His third was Kawhi, he's got a player
Player
option,
option.
he can leave. Then he picked James Harden, who is under contract, but then he picked Anthony Davis, who obviously,
Is requested a trade.
yeah, he's gone.
Yeah.
And then they picked Klay Thompson, who's literally a free agent.
Yeah.
He picked his first 6 picks, 5 of which were all of the free agent targets he
Yeah.
could get. And then did you see when he drafted AD? Giannis was like, "Isn't this tampering?" And LeBron was like, "There's no tampering on All-Star Weekend, dude." That was so funny. And
Yeah.
then how about when LeBron was like, "All right, Giannis, because I know how much you like these two guys together, I'm gonna propose a trade where I'll give you Russ since you have Embiid, and you give me Ben Simmons." And Giannis goes, "Throw D Wade in the deal," and LeBron dies laughing. He's like, "I can't do it." And then he's like, they're pulling trades off. So now you got Giannis is gonna have. Remember he said this like a couple weeks ago. He's like, "I want Russ and Embiid together because they hate each other." So now Giannis has Russ and Embiid together, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
Like I wonder how it's gonna happen. I saw a thing I found really interesting where they were like, "This thing's all about the fans, right? It's all just for fun. This game is not competitive until the very last couple minutes anyway." You know what they should do? They should print both jerseys for every player so that the captains can make in-game trades.
I would hate that.
I would love it because they're saying like you trade Lowry to the other side so he can suit up with DeRozan again.
Yeah.
You trade Kyrie so you can go head-to-head with LeBron. Like there were all these cool like ideas you could do. Like maybe you trade him until the end of the third quarter or something like that.
Well, I think the NBA is done. It's so far ahead of every other league.
Oh, totally.
So
because it's all fan-friendly. They're having fun.
They
yeah,
had a draft
totally.
today or yesterday.
Yeah.
And they're making trades like LeBron.
And they were laughing, making jokes on the
yeah,
broadcast.
tampering jokes. It's a legitimate thing. Like the Pelicans were investigated. Or the Lakers were.
Dude, LeBron just drafted 6 free agent candidates. LeBron is the god of tampering. LeBron James, tampering god.
You're right. Exactly. That's so funny.
He knows it, too. It's the funniest part.
Yeah. And
whenever he talks about it, he just smiles. He's like, I play by the rules, dude.
Yeah.
It's so funny. Yeah, not at all. Not at all. Here's something interesting I found about the Warriors. One of the Warriors beat writers, Anthony Slater. Shout out Anthony Slater.
Yeah.
He put out a thing and said, "This is the 5th straight trade deadline without any activity from Bob Myers and the Warriors. Their last in-season trade was February of 2014. That's how good they are. So, like, as all these teams are making all these moves, trying to make stuff happen, the Warriors are just
sleeping.
Yeah, he's sleeping sound at night. They're all sitting back like, "That's cute. That's so cute how you guys are making all these."
We just got Boogie back.
Yeah, they haven't made a move at the deadline in 5 years. They don't care. Like, you guys could get whoever you want, make whatever moves you want. It doesn't mean anything to us.
We're not gonna change anything. You're not gonna beat us.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter what our record is. Oh, that's cute. Milwaukee's 40-13 and we're 38-15. Guess what? Don't care. See you in the playoffs.
Ask me if I'm worried.
Yeah, you might get one game off us. It's fine. I saw a tweet yesterday. It said, "This entire thing, this entire Eastern Conference, the entire everything is just the right to see who gets swept by the Warriors." That's so funny. It's ruthless.
Yeah. But let's get into this while we're talking about LeBron. Let's get into this Lakers game, huh?
Oh yeah, how about it?
Unbelievable.
LeBron with the triple double. What do you
yeah.
have? 18 or 28, 13 and 13 or something like that.
Yeah. I think this is another.
Kyrie went off too, 24, 7 and 8.
Yeah. But I think the big thing was LeBron. How about the play at the end? Were you watching this game?
No, but I was talking to you while it was happening. You were breaking it down, and then I went back and
so
I went back and watched it.
You see the play where LeBron gets his, I think the pass was like deflected or he loses it or he dribbles it off and it's about to go out of bounds. He makes a behind the back pass to the arc to whether it's BI or something with like 50 seconds left in the fourth quarter. They're down 2. He saves the ball, makes a behind the back pass to Brandon Ingram, passes it right back LeBron, and it's down the corner 3.
Dude, did you see yesterday he shot 2 like 45 footers?
Yeah.
One went in, the second one bricked out. It's like, dude, he is just shooting the ball. He's just crossing half court and pulling up and shooting the ball.
That's incredible. I
saw a thing from 538, the advanced analytics site, that said LeBron James is the best deep 3 shooter since the year 2000. He's better than – so the criteria was like 9 feet behind the line or more.
Yeah.
And he's better than Steph Curry from there.
Well, because Curry takes more.
That's probably true.
Yeah.
But I saw a thing that said – because people were like, he's always shooting these shots. This is a poor shot selection. It's like – sort of.
Not if he makes it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. But let's break this down. So LeBron 28, 12 and 12 on 11 of 21 shooting, 3 steals, 3 turnovers. Kuzma 25 and 5, and Kuzma hits a go-ahead bucket, the deep corner arc three to put him up 1. And Kyrie comes down, hits the
On LeBron, right? I saw that. Yeah.
with a little sauce.
Yeah, off the
and puts
glass.
him up 1.
Off the window.
Yeah, puts him up 1, and then you see Bi's shot.
Terrible.
Awful shot.
Well, it got blocked by Horford, but still, like, what are you doing?
I think Bi saw the mismatch.
And he's like, I could
Horford.
take him off the
Yeah.
dribble. Yeah.
That's probably what I think.
Big
about
Al's
it.
so good, dude.
Yeah, he's so good.
Yeah, I like Al Horford. I always have.
Yeah,
He's
just
always been awesome. He's
just
always
a
just been
solid-
solid.
yeah,
Yeah. He
solid
never
player.
makes mistakes. When he's open, he knocks down shots. He makes
Yeah.
the right pass all the time. He's like, a guy like that can play on my team all the time. He
Horford-
knows he's not the superstar. He's out there to just do his job and get his team to win.
All right, so Horford 12 and 7, 5 and 9 shooting, 1 and 2 from 3, a steal and a block. Efficient.
That block was on BI right at the end of the
Yeah.
game. It would have been a game-saving block, but Tyson Chandler kind of poked that ball out.
Size. The size that Tyson Chandler poked it out. Rondo, you saw Rondo was like 0 for 11 on go-ahead buckets.
Dude, how about the fact that that's Rondo and that's the Lakers-Celtics rivalry, and that was his first time being in the TD Garden in Boston as a Laker, and that's how it
Yeah,
goes
and then
down.
he hits a game-winning shot.
And they picked him up and stuff.
Yeah.
That was awesome to see. It was a cool.
A very cool moment.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Did you see that thing where like LeBron lifted his jersey over his mouth and he was talking to Kyrie?
Yeah,
And Kyrie
I
was
saw
laughing.
I saw a tweet that was like,
What do you think he
showed
said?
the 3 pictures. He did it to Lonzo. He did it to D Wade in Miami before he went to Miami.
Oh, that's
And,
funny.
yeah, so it was like,
What do you think he
whenever
said to him?
LeBron puts his jersey over his mouth, that means either you're getting traded, he's getting traded, or he's leaving.
What do you think he said?
I think he was like, this team, I don't know. He definitely said something about free agency. There's no
He's
way
like,
he
bro, I
didn't."
need
Yeah,
you,
yeah,
dude.
Please.
Yeah, come on, man. We could win this.
Yeah.
I need some help.
Yeah.
But I wonder if in LeBron's mind he thinks that like, give me a couple guys, I could still win it, dude.
Dude, I honestly thought.
Especially next year once Golden State's broken up a little bit.
Yeah.
If they lose a guy or two.
I think Kuzma hitting the shot. I really hope Kuzma hitting the shot was kind of a shot to LeBron, being like,
I'm here to stay.
yeah, like
Keep
I
yeah.
can play in this league
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can hit the big shots. I can play. I can put up big numbers. I had 25 and 7 and hit the go-ahead bucket in Boston.
Kuz is, since their first game together, he's always been good with LeBron because he can catch and shoot. He can move without the ball.
But the problem is he's the most valuable piece.
Yeah.
So he's going to get dealt no matter what.
Speaking of, I saw a hilarious tweet that said something along the lines of like, it's tough to be just good enough to keep the hype rolling and just bad enough where no team wants you as an asset.
Yeah.
But Lonzo Ball has done it perfectly.
Yeah,
I was
right.
dying laughing.
Yeah, and you know, right as LeBron or
You see Lonzo's post?
with
right?
the we ain't go
Right
yeah.
as the trade deadline passed, at like 3:01, Lonzo put up a post of the P. Diddy song. It's like, we ain't
Yeah,
going
yeah.
nowhere. We ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
We can't be stopped now because it's bad boys for life. It's like, boy, you're getting cocky. They might send
Yeah.
you out in a couple months in the summer anyway.
Yeah.
But that was hilarious on his part.
Yeah, very funny. But I think I don't know. I think it's very funny that LeVar.
Came out of hiding
Yeah.
the day of the trade deadline. He was all over everyone. He was on the Herd. He was on
Yeah.
Undisputed.
Yeah.
And he was talking that talk,
Yeah,
dude.
like he always does. And you see what
I thought he
Skip
would
said?
tone it down a little bit, but
No.
he's still chirping, dude.
Yeah.
He's just letting it fly.
How
He
about
said,
How about Skip?
Lonzo will never win, or LeBron will never win a title on the Lakers without Lonzo. He said Lonzo's better than LeBron right now. He said Luke Walton's the problem. He said, like,
Luke
he's
Walton that
putting
made
out all these
Lonzo
hot
a loser.
takes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's putting out all these hot takes.
Yeah, well, I think Skip roasted him, bro. Like on national TV.
What did he say? What did he say?
For the first time ever, if look it up if you can find it when you're done. It's Skip Bayless goes, "Why would you say he's better than LeBron? Why would you say that? LeBron's been to 8 straight finals. Your kid's shooting 30% from the line. Why would you say that?" And he goes, "Oh, LeBron can't shoot free throws." He goes, "Yeah, but LeBron's been to 8 straight finals.
He
Your
shoots
kid doesn't even-"
63%. Your kid shoots 42%. LeBron shoots 40%
Lonzo-
from 3. Lonzo shoots 20.
Yeah,
It's like, dude.
He was like, "Why are you saying these things?" He goes, "Oh, well, I believe in my boy." And he's like, "Well, dude, your numbers don't. Everything you say is wrong.
Yeah, it's just objectively false. Yeah.
Every statistic out there that the NBA has ever made proves otherwise." So I don't know. I mean, I know it's LeVar and he's hyping his kid up, and you know what I saw yesterday? You know what I saw you say on Instagram was LeVar Ball is the best possible trade asset for Lonzo Ball.
Oh, that's interesting. That's a good take.
That-
Because he draws attention to your franchise and probably puts butts in seats because he gets. It's like the Trump effect. He's just always on TV. They're always covering him. It's just
Always
free
hyping
press
him up.
all the
Yeah.
time. It's just free
Getting
press.
Lonzo's hype
Yeah.
up and up.
Yeah,
and up
that gets
was
a franchise's hype up. Yeah, totally.
Was Lonzo probably worth the number 2 pick?
No, he was like 15
Yeah.
or something, or somewhere around
Right.
there.
Yeah. But the thought of all this hype around Lonzo.
Yeah,
is
you're
kinda
totally
like,
right. Because now we're not talking basketball, we're talking business.
Yeah.
You know
this
what I mean?
Is all strictly business.
Yeah.
Big baller brand, all this
Yeah.
stuff.
All the
LeVar-
coverage he gets on TV.
LeVar is the best businessman in the world.
Can you imagine?
Or one of.
He kept saying that he wants. Yeah, relax. He kept saying. Warren Buffett's like, what? He kept saying that like he wants Lonzo on the Suns because then they could pick up LiAngelo and LaMelo. It's like, dude, that's probably not gonna happen basketball wise, but could you imagine business wise if they had all 3 kids on the same franchise and then LeVar as the mouthpiece on top?
That would be the worst thing to happen in the NBA. Though.
Oh, for sure, but
in basketball,
you put
awful.
butts in seats. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
For sure. All right, dude. I got a couple interesting takes here. I saw one. I saw a thing that said the Knicks will be paying 3 players: Enes Kanter, Joakim Noah, and Wesley Matthews, that each earns over $18 million in annual salary to not play for them over the final 3 months. That's how you tank a team, right there.
Yeah.
That is how you tank a team, my friend. They're paying 3 guys $18+ million to not play for them.
And the Bulls are out here going out and
Getting
out
good
for it.
players. What are
Give
you
me a
doing?
break.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Give me a break. Oh
Um,
my gosh.
now this is interesting. I wanted to bring this out to you because I figured you'd like this one. Oh wait, we got to talk about Markelle Fultz getting dealt to the Magic.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I think
They gave up Jonathan Simmons and like a pick or 2.
I think Fultz was in the wrong system.
So that was my.
I'm not giving up on Fultz.
Me neither. That's what I said in our very first show. I was like, he can play. He just can't play for Philly because like they're going for it. He needs to be out there playing 35+ minutes a game. He needs to work through this and build his confidence up. Philly doesn't have the time for that. They're like, yo, man, we're trying to win. We can't put a guy out there who's a liability. Orlando can. Why not? Put him out there. It's
They
a
have
future
nobody
thing.
they're
Let him
building
build
around.
himself up. Yeah, exactly.
And Orlando is another bad team in the NBA where they don't have a superstar.
Totally.
And Vucevic is a free agent. He's going to leave.
I think this was
honestly, I thought he was going to get dealt. I'm surprised he didn't.
Vucevic.
Yeah.
I think that for the Orlando, this is this is what they said too, but I agree with their GM when he said this is a low risk, high reward move. It's like if he doesn't turn out good, okay, but what if we throw him out there? He starts racking up triple doubles like he was when those few times he did play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like this is a low risk, high reward move for Orlando. I
And
like
they
that
only gave
move.
up Jonathan Simmons.
And they gave up that pick. So look at this. So I saw a thing that said the Sixers essentially traded Jason Tatum and an unprotected Kings first rounder for Jonathan Simmons, a Cavs second, and a pick Philly already had at one point.
Wow.
Like in the grand scheme of how all the deals went, because they could have had Jason Tatum, they traded. They moved they got that Kings first rounder. They gave up.
Well, they got the Kings pick through some deal the Sixers and the Kings made.
Yeah.
I think it was the Stauskas deal or something.
How about
Stauskas,
Stauskas?
yeah.
He got traded like 5 times in 4 days.
Yeah.
What do you even do? You just stay in a hotel? You're like, let's just go to Vegas or something until this is
Yeah.
over.
All right, we're going to Houston. Nah, psych. We're going to San Antonio. We're going to
What
LA
was
now.
it? So how did it work? He was in Portland.
Yeah.
They moved him where? I think they moved. There was one in between there and Houston, right? And then he went from Houston to Indiana. This is all in the course of like 2 days. So you can't like go try to buy a house or anything.
No, he went from Portland to Cleveland.
Yeah,
so,
Cleveland.
So
yeah.
these are
Portland,
the
Cleveland,
articles.
Houston, Indiana.
These are the
And then they're gonna cut him. Indiana's gonna waive him.
these are the stories via the Score app. Okay, Blazers acquire Rodney Hood from Cavs and Stauskas and Baldwin for picks. Okay, Cavaliers Nick Stauskas not available Tuesday. Rockets Nick Stauskas heading to Houston. Nick Stauskas on the way to Indiana.
And then I'm pretty sure Indiana said they were gonna waive at least Baldwin, but they're not sure about Stauskas yet. Stauskas can hoop.
Well,
dude.
they're gonna replace Stauskas with Wes Matthews.
So what is Stauskas not in the NBA?
I guess.
Dude, he's got a 40-point game this year.
Yeah.
It was like in the third game of the season. He had a 40-point game.
Yeah. I know.
Or something. It was 35 or 40 or something. He can hoop. He can shoot it.
Yeah.
I remember that game. It was like right at the beginning of the year, and Lillard and McCollum were telling him, like, keep shooting.
Yeah.
This is exactly what we need.
Right.
We need more perimeter. We need help out here.
And then they deal.
And he was raining. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he hasn't played that well since then, but I'm just saying, like, if you can score 30-something and 40 in an NBA game, you know, you can play.
Right. How about that OKC game last night? You watch any of that? Jaren Jackson?
Yeah, I saw a little bit of it.
Game, 27 points. How about DeRozan last night? 35, 6 and 6 for San Antonio. Here.
Who did they play? Whoever they played had a good game. McCollum. McCollum had 30.
Listen to this stat for you, okay?
McCollum had 30 points, 9 rebounds.
I got an amazing pop stat for you.
Let's hear it.
Hold up. As it's loading, but I found it on StatMuse. StatMuse is a great account. All the stats for the major sports. But here, it has to do with pop and defensive efficiency. Okay, so Pop's level of defense has been unbelievable. His defensive ratings have been off the charts since he's been in the NBA. Okay, so he's been coaching since 1997 to 1998, right? In that first season. Every single year, they've been in the top 10 of defensive efficiency. Can you believe that?
I sort of can.
Except this year. This year, they're 22nd in defensive rating. Every year, they're top 10 in defensive rating. The first year, second, first, second, third, first, second, third, fifth, 8th, 11th, 10th, third, second, first, third. Unreal.
Yeah, that is pretty crazy. But also, you got to think of who's on their team.
Yeah, but I mean, he was first in defensive rating in 20. Yeah, I guess that's Kawhi. Kawhi probably is a lot to, but
early on it was the Twin Towers
like
and
Duncan,
the Admiral and TD. Now it's
but
then it was
even
Kawhi.
in the NBA to get these guys to play
for
defense,
sure. Yeah, for
it's
sure.
Awesome.
NBA players don't want to play defense.
Yeah,
What
absolutely.
do you think this is?
Yeah. How about I don't know. What do you think about the Harrison Barnes deal?
Harrison, which one was that
He
again?
went to Sacramento for Zebo. And
Oh, that's right.
yeah.
I
like
know.
that deal for Sacramento. I did.
Yeah, they're on the verge of hitting that 8 seed. They're basically battling the Lakers for that 8 seed. They're the exact same record. The first 7 seeds are pretty much locked up. It's gonna be I don't know. Yeah, I mean he can play. He's a competent player. I guess they need his style of play too because they're built around
Fox and Buddy and Cauley Stein.
Mm-hmm. What's up with Marvin Bagley?
He's awesome.
What is he averaging?
He's having a really good year. He's
15 and 9 or something?
Yeah, here, I'll pull it up right now.
Is he a second-year player right now?
Yes. No, for first year.
This is his rookie year right now?
Yeah.
He can shoot it, too.
Bagley.
I wish they would include him in the offense more. He's good,
Bagley's PR is 18.
As a rookie?
Yeah.
Pretty good.
13 and 7 on 51% shooting.
They're over 500. They're just a young team. They're only going to get better and better. You remember how, like, the Warriors dynasty started pre-KD? It started with them winning, like, 12 games. The first year they had Steph. They won, like, 18.
Dude, they have so
then
much.
26.
They have so much.
And then 35. And then 42. And then 50.
And
Like,
then-
they just slowly kept
yeah.
getting better and better and better. That's what happens when you have a team like Sacramento that's young. And they're just like building around these young guys, and they're already over 500 as a young squad. They're already on the verge of making the playoffs as a young squad. Like, they're just going to keep getting better and better every season as long as they can keep those guys together.
They have so much young talent. It's incredible. So much young talent. They have De'Aaron Fox, Bogdan Bogdanovic.
Yeah, I was just going to say, did you see, I think he had 30 yesterday or
Yeah.
29.
He's awesome. He's old, though.
Or was that the other one?
That's Bohan
Oh.
for the Pacers.
I'm always getting those two guys
Yeah.
confused. They're stupid names.
But he's old, though.
Just kidding. Your names aren't stupid. They're cool.
Yeah, Bogdanovic is 26. He's going to be 27 in September.
Yeah, but you can get something for him probably if you really wanted.
Yeah, I don't think you do, though. You know, I don't know. I like the Kings roster a lot. Buddy Hield, De'Aaron Fox, Harrison Barnes,
So do I. They're a
Willie
good team.
Cauley-Stein. They picked up Alec Burks too. Bogdan Bogdanovic.
Oh yeah, you're right. They did, didn't they?
Bagley, Yogi Ferrell, Harry Giles is a nice piece. They picked up Swanigan too.
Dude, so who do you think is going to win the East? Do you think Philly can beat? So it's really down between Milwaukee with their incredible move they made. Philly, who just got Tobias. They have like 5 all-star level style
Indiana
players.
is the 3 seed.
Really? Yeah, remember I told you that when what's his name went down? I was like,
I can't even lie to you. As soon as he went down, I was like, oh, they're screwed.
Oladipo.
Yeah.
But like all their projections were like it barely changed anything. It was like, nah, man, they win with like
There's
defense.
Still 100% chance of making the playoffs.
Yeah,
100.
Yeah.
They blew out the Clippers.
They
last
win
night.
with defense and teamwork and stuff like that.
Yeah. How about since Oladipo went down, right? Oladipo went down against Toronto. They won 110-106. They lost their first 4, and then they went to Miami, win, to New Orleans, win. They beat the Lakers, beat the Clippers. They've won 4 straight.
So who do you think win in the East? Toronto, Philly, Milwaukee. I think all those teams have a pretty good chance. Let me get a Philly versus Milwaukee second round series.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. I see. This is my thing.
Any of those series, any of those matchups with Toronto, Philly, Milwaukee, I'll take any of those matchups. Do you see LeBron today, where he was like, all those teams are going for it. They're all going for it. All those teams at the top of the East because they know I'm gone and they don't have to go through me anymore. I was like, oh, he's spitting facts.
Yeah.
He's not wrong.
No, definitely right. But,
Boston.
Yeah.
I forgot about Boston.
Remember Tristan Thompson said no.
We're still the kings of the East.
Yeah. All right. You want to take a little bit of a quick break here?
Yeah, we'll take a break. Then we'll come back and keep going to the trade deadline. Keep it locked in. You're listening to 88.1 WLRA. And thanks for listening to Stepback. We'll be right back. All right, and we're back. 88.1 WLRA, the Stepback with Pat and Kyle. Welcome back to our trade deadline edition. We got some more trades to get into here that took place in the last couple of days. So we talked about Fultz. We talked about some of the big ones. We didn't talk much about Tobias. How do you think he's going to look in Philly?
Like you said, I think they're going to figure it out. I really do. I mean, like you said, you were just kind of like, well, the best players are all going to be on the floor together, and then they just figure it out.
Yeah, totally. They have 5 guys who are like, double-digit scorers. Like, besides Redick, everyone out there's an all-star caliber player. And Redick's not that far. He's like an awesome shooter, so they'll make it work.
He's like a top 5 shooter in the league.
Yeah. I think they'll make it work. They'll be nice. That whole the whole top end of that Eastern Conference is pretty awesome. All right, so how about we need to talk about the Lakers a little bit. So they weren't able to get AD. The Pels kept him, so that means.
What do you think about that?
Well, I don't know. Honestly, I think Danny Ainge is fleecing everyone again.
No, I'm saying, what do you think about AD staying with the Pelicans?
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying
like minutes and stuff.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, they announced that he'll be playing. They're not going to shut him down, but he's not going to play back-to-backs, and he'll play less than like his 37 minutes per game average. But they're going to play him because they don't want to sink his trade value on the market.
They won't make the playoffs.
Whatever. Who cares? They're irrelevant. They sold off some pieces anyway. Yeah, I think Danny Ainge is fleecing everyone again. I think that he's telling them, we'll give you Tatum. Just hold on to AD. We'll give you Tatum and picks, and I think they're going to get a nice combo of Rozier, Brown, and some seconds or something. Danny Ainge's going to be like, sorry, man, I don't know what you wanted.
Yeah, I told you weren't going to get Tatum.
There's no chance that Danny Ainge is trading Jason Tatum for 1 year of AD. You're not trading your future best player for AD for 1 season? That's silly.
I don't see Danny Ainge screwing this up.
No, the Pelicans screwed it up.
No, I'm
saying
taken
that big offer from LA.
Yeah, but I'm saying I don't think the Celtics are going to screw this up.
No, I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah, I think there's no way that the Celtics are going to leave this without AD or Kyrie.
But even if they get AD, that's screwing it up. If they move Tatum, if they can somehow center a package around Brown and trade.
What I meant to say is, I don't think that they're going to end up with no AD, no Tatum, or no Kyrie.
Well, yeah, well, they have Tatum under contract.
Right, but I'm saying, like, I don't see them moving Tatum for AD, getting AD, and then having AD walk, and then them being stuck with nothing. You know what I'm trying to say?
I don't see Danny Ainge doing that, but
That's what I'm saying.
yeah, but I mean,
He's such a good executive
yeah,
that
totally,
I just don't see.
Totally. That's why if you're the Pelicans, they shouldn't even have dealt with Danny Ainge. You should have taken the 5 kids from the Lakers plus the 2 first-rounders. That's a massive trade package. Just do it, because now you're letting Danny Ainge stick around because in hopes that you're gonna get Tatum, but really he's just gonna stick around and he's not gonna give you Tatum. He's gonna give you Brown, Rozier, and some picks, and you're gonna be like, dude, and he's gonna be like, sorry, I'm the best executive in the world. And what did you think this was? You think I was playing fair? Not gonna happen. But yeah, in terms of what the Lakers did get, they moved Beasley and Zubac for Mike Muscala.
I think, aren't the Lakers still going to make that offer, though?
Do you think the offer's going to be the same?
Yeah.
I don't.
Why?
Because the more time that rolls by, the more the Pelicans know they got to move AD or else he'll walk for nothing if they still have him.
Yeah, but they have him for another year next year.
Right, and so they got to move him before next year's trade deadline. So the closer and closer we get, everyone knows that. The closer and closer we get to that, the less the offers, the less the big packages are going to come in. The Lakers are going to be like, we were going to give you 5 guys and 2 first-round picks, but we know he's coming here in 6 months anyway, so how about you take 2 guys and 1 pick? And at that point, like, the Pelicans are going to be like, dude, we have to get something for him. He's going to leave. They should have just taken that big, massive trade package that the Lakers offered.
Yeah,
him.
and you're right. Danny Ainge is just going to... He doesn't play by the rules.
No. What do you think this is? Of course not. He moved IT, dude.
I'm trying to be honest here. I told you I would give you Jason Tatum, so
yeah.
Here's my promise. Like, what?
They straight moved IT, dude.
Yeah.
They'll do anything. They don't care. But in terms of what the Lakers did get, they all right, so let me explain this. They moved Beasley and Zubac. I like Zubac. He's like their best big man, I thought. That's a good asset. They moved him for Mike Muscala, who's another big guy, and he can shoot a little bit. He'll give you a little more shooting. But most importantly, they opened up a roster spot for trading 2 for 1 that they're almost certainly going to use on Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's already set in stone. Like, when I see Melo, he's already on the Lakers.
You just picture him in a Lakers jersey. I mean, dude, talk about a hodgepodge of pieces. Like, the Lakers are kind of brutal, dude. Like, without LeBron, they're just a bad team.
Question, though. You hear about what Rob Pelinka said after the game?
What?
He goes, I don't see any team that wants to see us in a 7-game series.
Yeah, I saw that.
I agree.
I saw that.
I 100% agree. I don't want playoff Rondo and playoff LeBron on the same team.
Other than Golden State, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Isn't that funny how it doesn't matter as long as they can get into the play, but they have to avoid that 8 seed because then they play Golden State in the first round.
This is what I was trying to tell you at the beginning of the show, is when we first started the show this semester, was Denver. Denver's going to be the number 2 or number 3 seed, and LeBron's going to play him in the first round, and they're going to sweep him.
LeBron's going to sweep Denver?
No, but they'll win in 7.
Yeah, I agree.
I'll put money on that right now.
LeBron's going to average a 40-point triple-double. Yeah, it's tough. That's tough, dude. It's like tough luck, bro.
Can you imagine being the number 2 seed?
You worked all year. You worked all year.
And then you got LeBron in the first round.
He's got that look on his face, and you're like, oh, well.
Yeah, it's over.
This was for nothing. We worked so hard for nothing. Yeah, that's tough.
Oh, my goodness. Tough. And not only playoff LeBron, who's a monster, a behemoth in his own. Then you got playoff Rondo, too, who single-handedly helped AD sweep Portland last year.
Yeah, playoff Rondo's no joke. People forget.
You remember?
Because they're like, oh, Rondo, he's like a 10-point guy. It's like, no.
You remember when he was on the Bulls?
Playoffs,
and they were up
19 points and 19 assists.
Yeah. You remember when he was on the Bulls and they almost swept Boston in that first round series, and then he got hurt and they lost.
That was the D Wade year.
Yeah. Yeah, that's hilarious. Playoff Rondo, like you said, no joke at all. No joke at all.
Yeah. Isn't that funny that, like, as long as the Lakers can squeak into the playoffs, everyone's back on even footing. It's just like, all right, nice. Remember last year when LeBron was like, I don't care if I'm 1 seed, 2 seed, 3 seed, 4 seed. If I come in your building for a playoff game, gonna be a tough night.
That's so tough.
Yeah, it's just gonna be a tough night. Like, you don't want to see me in the playoffs. You realize who I am? That's so funny.
He's not wrong.
No, he's right. He's like, I don't care if you're a 2 seed and I'm a 7 seed. Let me get in your
How
building.
about Toronto last year being the number 1 seed and LeBron just coming in and sweeping him in 4?
LeBronto, the LeBronto Raptors,
That's so funny.
and then there's the Boston Celtics. Yeah,
about-
he just owned all those.
How
teams.
about LeBron going into Boston last year and just taking the game
They were down 3-2,
Yeah.
and he averaged a 41-point triple-double. And win. We'll move on. See you guys later.
Let's go to the finals, guys.
Thanks for playing. Yeah, thanks for trying. Yeah, he's ruthless, dude. He hit like 4 game winners in last year's playoffs, 3 game winners in last year's playoffs.
Dude, it's almost like if you have 3 games on LeBron, you already lost.
Yeah, it's like you're in trouble.
You're 1 game
He
away.
did that same thing to Boston when he was in Miami. That's when he had that. That's what people say is his greatest
look at
performance
his-
ever. Yeah, when he had the headband on and he had his hands on his knees and he looked up with that look in his eyes. And everyone was like, "Oh, we might as well just go home. We should just leave
Back to
now."
the bus.
Yeah, everyone go home. Can we just forfeit? Is there like a towel we could throw in? How does this work? Yeah, dude, that's tough.
LeBron's so good.
Yeah, he's like, and in the playoffs, he's so efficient. He'll go like 19 for 24. Speaking of, how about Giannis the other night?
Yeah.
What was his stat? Giannis put up some absurd stat line like 2 nights ago. What was
He
it?
had
Hold
like
on.
36.
No, it was like 37 on here. This is it. It was the night they scored 148 points. They scored
They had
148
like 50
points.
at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, Giannis had 43 points on 17 of 21 shooting, including 3 of 3 from deep. 6 boards, 4 assists, 3 steals. That sounds like a LeBron playoff line.
Yeah.
Is what it sounds like. Yeah, that's hilarious. I want to see those two. We should go to that game
Yeah.
in Milwaukee, Lakers versus Bucks,
Yeah.
and see LeBron versus Giannis.
Dude, I want to see LeBron so bad live. I've never seen him live.
Really?
Have you?
Yeah, I have.
It's awesome.
Yeah, but yeah, for sure. He's so much like bigger than everyone.
Really?
Yeah, he's like eyeball to eyeball with like the centers on the floor, but he's like faster than everyone. It doesn't. He's like a creative player in a video game. It doesn't make any sense when you're watching him like amongst his peers. You're like, oh, he's so much better than everyone. It's just so,
It's not even close.
it's so obvious how much better he is than everyone when you see him because he's so big and he's so athletic. Dude, he is still so athletic.
Yeah.
Did you see that play yesterday? Kyrie threw that dump pass down low and LeBron picked it off and he like swung around the defender, spun the ball into Ingram. Ingram just caught it once and lobbed it back up for LeBron. LeBron just jams it home. It's like, dude, like, I wonder how old he's gonna be as to where we stop seeing that type of thing.
Well, I think I think we were talking about it a couple of weeks ago or something. You were like, dude, LeBron's gonna be 40. He's just gonna work in the post. What are you gonna
I do think that. I legitimately do
What are you
think
gonna
that.
do? Like, how are you gonna stop that LeBron turnaround fadeaway?
Yeah, and he'll work on his post game even more. He could still pass from out of the post. He can still get his 7 assists. He's gonna be a problem when he's 40 too. And his son's gonna be out there. He's gonna be diming his son on the 3-point line.
Oh, LeBron's so good.
LeBronny Jr.,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah, it's gonna be tough, dude. Imagine being at least like in this era, other guys could still win. Because like in MJ's era, he was just as dominant, but like nobody else could get a win. Nobody else could win. At least like even though it must be terrible to have to see LeBron in the playoffs, it's like at least other teams are eating. You know what I mean? Like in MJ's era, it was just like, oh, they're gonna win no matter what. MJ's team was the Warriors team, where it was just predetermined. Like, oh, this team is so much better than every other team. At least, like, dude, that's why I want to see before it's all over. I know we had it in Miami a little bit. We sort of had a tiny version of it in Cleveland, but I want to see like LeBron's super team.
Yeah.
Like, I want to see Clay and Kyrie
And AD.
and AD on the Lakers with LeBron, which is so dumb, but.
Yeah.
It's just, I just want to see. Dude, remember they had the 27-game win streak when he was at Miami? They won 27 games in a row. That's absurd. That doesn't even make sense.
27 in a row. That's wow.
Bro, it's like 3 months.
Yeah, without losing.
Yeah. That's
Unreal.
crazy.
Yeah. How did they lose to Dirk? That's so annoying.
Yeah. LeBron played so bad.
Yeah.
He had like a 6-point finals game or something like that.
Yeah, that's so bad.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be so mad if James Harden wins.
It wasn't even
MVP
Dirk's
this year.
series either. Like that was not
It
Dirk's
was
best
Jason
series.
Terry, right?
Dirk's best series that year was against Kobe and the Lakers.
Yeah.
That was the series Dirk was just, everyone was like, oh my God, look at Dirk. He's so good. He played decent in the Miami series, but
It was Jason Terry. I know he was
JJ
going crazy.
Barea played awesome. They had Sean Marion was reigning.
Yeah.
Their
They were
team,
really
their
good.
team was really good, yeah.
And they have a really good coach. Rick
Uh-huh.
Carlisle's like a top 5 coach in the league.
Yeah, dude, he's a good coach.
Now they got KP and Doncic.
Yeah.
Oh,
Euro
they're all
ball.
like 23.
Yeah. They got the future.
KP's 23. Luka's 19.
Yeah, Luka's a kid.
He can't even
He posted
drink.
another triple-double the other day. He's got like 3 or 4 already. He's 19. He's out there hooping on just adults.
Grown men.
Yeah, he's awesome, dude. Yeah, Mirotic to Milwaukee, dude. I think that's the biggest move. That and Tobias, those are the 2 biggest moves I think we saw. Like the most important moves because, dude, Mirotic can just shoot it, man. What is he averaging? How many points does he average?
I don't
He's
know.
gonna get wide open looks. All right, here's the idea. You're gonna have to pick your poison when you play Milwaukee now.
Brooke Lopez? I don't want any of that. I'm not leaving Brooke Lopez.
Okay, then you have Giannis streaking through the lane 1-on-1, taking people out the dribble and dunking it on people. He's 5 inches bigger than and 60 pounds heavier
Extending his arm.
than. Yeah, he's built like Gumby, dude. He can dunk. He just jumps from so far out.
The Bucks are 40.
He does
and
that thing
13.
when he comes through the lane and he brings the ball up in the air. He takes like 3 steps.
Giannis's PR is 29.5.
Oh my god. Another creative player.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, dude, you're gonna have to pick your poison. It's like you either have to converge on Giannis
Listen to this.
or you have to stay with the shooters. And either way, he's gonna figure out how to pick you apart.
Listen to Giannis' stat line
Okay.
on the year. Giannis is averaging 27, 12, and 6 on 58% shooting, 21% from 3, 71% from the line, 63% true shooting percentage.
Go to Harden. I think Harden's at like 36 points per game or some crazy number like that.
I'm gonna be so mad if he wins the MVP.
Same.
Like he should, but like
Yeah.
he plays basketball the wrong way.
Totally. Did you see that? Did you see that thing the other night when Giannis had that crazy stat line where he goes, "I'm the MVP."
Yeah.
It was cool.
Yeah.
I would love to see Giannis win an MVP.
Oh yeah.
What is he, like 25, 26?
No, I think he's like 24, isn't he?
Is he?
He's 24. Oh my god. How about all right, so Nico, you asked about Nico, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Nico is 17.8 points
That's
per
what I was
game.
going to guess, 17 points a game.
Or no, I'm wrong. That was his PR. 16.7 points per game.
So
on
almost 17.
45% shooting, 37 from 3.
Yeah, see, but he's going to get better looks now.
He's going to be wide open
Yeah.
constantly.
Yeah.
Brooke Lopez is so good too.
And so is Middleton's an all-star.
Yeah.
And Ersan Ilyasova rains threes.
Brogdon reigns.
Ilyasova was the reason that Philly was able to be so good last year.
Isn't that weird that Malcolm Brogdon won Rookie of the Year?
Yeah, I guess kind of. He's awesome, though. He's a good player.
But he won Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That
Like
seems
Luka is going to win Rookie of the Year because he's averaging triple doubles. But Brogdon has never even gotten a double double, let alone a triple double.
Yeah, you're right.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I don't know, man. What do you think?
Who do you think's going to win, like, the awards? So you think Harden's going to win MVP?
Yeah, and you know what? I think MIP is going to be Buddy.
Ooh, that's a good pick.
Yeah.
He's playing good.
Yeah, and I think six man is going to be. I think D Rose is going to come up short.
Yeah, I probably agree with you.
That's awful.
Tough, yeah.
Yeah.
But, dude, you know who I think? In my mind, Paul George is a lock for Defensive Player of the Year.
Paul George is so good. Like
He had another monster game yesterday. He had 27 points, 4 steals. He's all over the floor on both sides of the ball.
Well,
Did you see what he said about playing Harden?
no.
Because they play OKC plays the Rockets. What, tomorrow? Is that what it is? Yeah, tomorrow, Saturday
PG
at
last
7:30.
PG last night 39 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 15 to 16 at the line.
How many steals?
6 of 15 from 3, 7 rebounds, 3 steals, Actually, a really not efficient game for Paul George at all, but 39 points is a lot of points.
He doesn't need to be. Yeah, exactly. Good for Russ, too, to take a step back and realize, like, dude, I'm shooting like 3 for 20 some nights. I'm just let this guy do it. I think Russ had like 15 points yesterday and 15 assists.
Yeah.
That's how he should play all the time. You and I have always said that. We've always said, like, even though Russell's like the most explosive athletic guy.
7 turnovers, though.
Yeah, still. But, I mean, he's not shooting. What's the difference between, here, let me ask you this. What's the difference between a point guard turning the ball over or taking a terrible shot and giving up, the other team gets the rebound anyway? It's the same thing.
Yeah, but he does both.
Yeah, but he's doing that way less now. Even though he still gets 5, 6, 7 turnovers, he's having less. He's shooting less 3 of 20 games. How many times did he shoot yesterday?
14 times.
See, I'd much rather have him around there than at 28.
Well,
wouldn't you?
Yeah, but when you think of point guards taking bad shots, what's the first name that comes to your head?
Of course,
Russell Westbrook.
Yeah,
Name another point guard that comes to your head.
But he's not doing it as much this year. I'm saying.
Right.
He's doing it much, much less.
Right.
I bet you he's averaging, dude, his scoring is down from 28 points a game to 21. And I bet you it's even lower. I bet you it's at 20 right now. Because he's shooting so much less. He's taking a step back. And his assists are way up. Like that's the way I would want. If I was his coach, that's what I would be telling him to do. I don't need you shooting 25 times a game. Stay around 14, 15. Get to the rack. That's what I would be telling him to do, and get your guys involved. And that's what he's been doing. Good for him.
Yeah, I don't know. I like Westbrook, but I can't tell if I like. And it's starting to kind of have this happen to me with Harden. Is like I like Harden. Harden's good, but like I don't know if he'll ever win a ring. Probably not.
Dude, they could have won it. They missed 27 straight threes. They were up on Golden State.
If Houston closes out that series, LeBron has another ring. I don't think LeBron in any way lets Harden beat them. Do you?
Yeah, that's a good call. That's a fair point, but dude, they were so good. They were so good with their pace and space. PJ Tucker, Trevor Ariza, Eric Gordon. No, they don't have Ariza. They don't have PJ Tucker.
Yeah, they do. Where's Tucker at now?
They don't have Luka Mbamute, do they?
No. Where's Tucker now?
What, Phoenix or something like that? Is that wrong?
I don't know.
He's not there.
Yeah, he is. I'm like almost positive he is.
Oh, then they lost Luka Mbamute. Yeah, PJ Tucker is there.
Yeah.
Luka Mbamute is somewhere else. So is Ariza. Those are two wing defenders who always splashed open threes.
Yeah.
Remember they try to use Melo in that spot?
Yeah.
He played like 8 games and they were like, "You're the problem. Get out of here." Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, dude, I think, well, I don't know. Yeah, because you're right. Their team is mostly the same as that. But I think, like, what made them, I think they all played above, like, their level. Like, they just played so good. I don't know if they'll ever play that good again. They were up on Golden State in the series, too, weren't they?
They were up like 3-1 or 3-2.
Yeah.
At home.
That's tough.
They had a chance to close it out.
They missed so many open looks. Harden was just forcing up bricks.
Didn't they miss like?
See, that's what annoys me is like, I get that MVP is a regular season award, but like that's where you kind of got to come in and be like, all right, so you're telling me that in the 2017-2018 season, when LeBron takes a team full of janitors and YMCA guys all the way to the finals who have no business being there, and sure, Harden has a great regular season, but then he melts down every playoffs, and you think back on the 2017-2018 season, you want to think to yourself, who was the most valuable player? Was Harden? Like, no, not at all. One guy melted down and melts down every year in the playoffs, and another guy played way above his pay grade, took a terrible team way further than they should have been. It's like, I get it. I get that MVP is a regular season award. All those awards are regular season awards, but it's like, it has an effect on like the way you remember the season.
Well, see, I think this is an argument as old as time about most valuable player.
And what does it mean?
Yeah, what does it mean? And what is if you take Westbrook off the Thunder, are they still?
That's what it should be, in my opinion. Who's the most valuable to their team?
Yeah, I agree.
Not who's the best player on the best team, which is what it seems to be. Like, you take a look like around, you say, oh, and there's even like a thing about like who's won it, who hasn't won it. Kevin Durant was like, MVP is basically like the up-and-coming superstar in the league.
Yeah.
So that's why I wouldn't doubt if Giannis wins. Because it's like the media votes and they get tired of guys. Like, they're not about to give LeBron his, 5th MVP, 6th MVP. They can't just give it to him every year. They get tired of it. They want to see someone new. Whereas, like, that's kind of not what it's about. It shouldn't be about
Well, that's why
that.
Paul George is in the MVP debate, and now we have Curry. Curry's back. If you take Curry off the Warriors, they're still going to the finals.
Dude, I don't know.
Yeah, that's a hot take. That was way hotter of a take than I thought it would be.
Yeah, in your head. Dude, I think Curry is what makes that team.
I agree. I probably agree with that.
I think Curry goes to who's got a shooting guard who can rip. I think you trade Curry and Lillard, and he takes Portland.
To the finals?
Yeah. Yep, I do.
That's a really hot take.
Yeah, I think Curry's the magic. I think Curry's got the sauce. I think it's Curry who is the guy who makes everything go. I think he's the one who changes everything. That's what I believe. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. I think that he boosts McCollum's stats. I think that he boosts all those guys. Their style of play would totally change. I think he's the magic man. Dude, you know how many times I've watched Curry? I've been like, he's magic.
Yeah.
Not the person magic, the phenomena.
Yeah.
He has magic
Magical.
inside
He's
him.
magical.
Yeah, he is magical. He does stuff even around the hoop, dude. He's like the best mid-range shooter in the game. He's got like some of the best floaters outside of Kyrie. He's got an unbelievable layup. He can finish around the hoop.
That reverse layup he does where he just throws it in the air.
Dude, he's so good. He's something else, dude.
Where do you have Curry all time?
I don't know, but I think right now,
Top 10?
currently, I think he's a better basketball player than Kevin Durant. I think everyone says LeBron's 1, KD's 2, Kawhi's 3.
Curry's like 6.
Yeah, no, false.
Yeah,
False. It's
wrong.
between LeBron and Curry are the two best players in the world, in my opinion. But you just never say that because he's 6'1", he can't play defense, he's a liability. It's like, I get it. It's because you have to hide him on defense. But
Well,
I think that he has the most impact.
Right.
If we're talking about impact, he has the most impact. You know what I would love to see? That team. I wish we could like go back in time and run a simulation. I wish we could see LeBron took that terrible team last year to the finals. Let's just run that season back and put Curry on the Cavs and take LeBron off it. I would like to see how far he could take that bad team in the Eastern Conference because I think he'd take them
pretty far.
Yeah, or just as far.
Well,
he's so good, dude.
I think
he has so much impact on the overall game.
For sure. But I think, see, if you ask some random Joe on the street, hey, who's the best point guard in the NBA? The first thing everybody's going to say is Russell Westbrook. Just because, he gets rebounds, he gets assists, he
it's like
averages
stats.
triple-double.
Yeah, he plays for stats. Yeah.
But Curry is the best point guard by so much. It's not even close.
He's
like
hardly
Kyrie
even a point guard.
Yeah, Kyrie is so good, but Curry's that much better than Kyrie that Kyrie's not even close.
I would love – see, this was my main argument about Durant joining the Warriors and now Boogie. It's not that I have a problem with players taking their future into their own hands and choosing what team they want to play for. I don't. I want them to do that. My only issue was as a fan, I wanted to see how good they could be. That core of Draymond, Clay, and Steph that went 72-10 with Harrison Barnes out there bricking threes. I wanted to know how good are these guys? Are they like the then KD comes and they don't play as well because they have to change their stuff around
Right.
and Curry's got to sacrifice and Clay's got to sacrifice and then Boogie comes. It's like I wanted to know how good that team was. The real Warriors, the Iggy.
Well, I think now it's kind of like we're gonna people forget that team went 72-10
before Steph Curry won rings on his own before KD was there.
Yeah,
you know.
I hate that people hate on Curry. I don't get it.
Yeah, he's so good.
Yeah, he's insane. He was the first unanimous MVP in NBA history. That year, he'd every single Warriors game, he would do something where you'd look at your friend like, what did he just do? How did he do that? Yeah.
Every single game, something would happen where he was so box office.
Well, how
so
about
magical? Either something with his handle and he would just sauce on somebody so hard, or he'd hit a moon shot from something would happen every single game. That first unanimous MVP season was
unreal.
One of the most ridiculous things ever.
Yeah. How about when they do the voting, every single person was like, "Yep, Curry's the MVP." Anybody else think anything different? Let me know. Nobody raises their hand. Okay, Curry's the MVP. Nobody had any other votes. It was Curry.
Yeah.
Unanimously.
For first, because you vote
Everybody-
first, second, and third, I think. And then it's like a point system that
Yeah.
they tally up.
But still.
Every person was like, first? Curry.
Yeah.
Then there's like some other scattered people like LeBron and Harden and stuff like that.
Giannis maybe.
Yeah. But it's like every person's first ballot was they were all Steph Curry.
That's incredible.
Dude, he's so good. And it's not even about like see, that's the difference. It's not with Russ, it's about stats. With Curry, it's about like his overall impact.
Well, see, that's the thing that I hate about NBA fans is people just rip Curry because he's 6'1" and he's little. You know, they don't understand.
And they don't like that he's cocky and stuff, and I get that. He does the shimmy.
Yeah, and he does 40-footers.
And he shoots and then turns around and stares at the bench and doesn't even watch it go in, and he starts jogging back. Like, I get it. It's fun to dislike players that aren't on your team's team. I totally get it, but it's like if you're trying to
respect greatness.
If you're trying to be objective and have like an objective analysis of it, you have to watch him and be like, oh, we've never seen anything like this guy before.
Nothing relatively close.
No, he's so much better than other shooters, other point guards.
Yeah. How about him coming out of the tunnel and just hitting threes from the tunnel?
Or his pregame warm up,
where he hits 5 in a row from the logo.
He hits like 3 from the middle, goes to the left, hits that one, goes to the right, hits that one, and then he does that ball handling. Have you ever seen his ball handling warm up?
It's incredible.
If anyone's listening to this and has never seen that, go on YouTube and type in Steph Curry ball handling warm up and watch the way he dribbles these balls. It's like, I could practice for 10 years every day. I could never do that.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I played basketball my whole life.
Yeah.
Dude, I could never do that. He's so good.
I think it's so funny how I think that the funniest thing you've ever said in your whole life since I've known you was you were like, dude, there's not enough days in the world for you to be practicing basketball, for you to be that good at shooting like Steph Curry.
Yeah. You came out of the womb with a basketball in your hand and you're shooting
you're
30-footers.
Not that good.
By the time you hit Steph's age, he's still better than you. You can practice 12, 15, 18 hours a day.
Oh, that's gold.
Until you're in your mid-20s, and then you meet up with Steph Curry. He's still going to just destroy
every
you.
Day, all day, every day, just shooting the basketball.
Because he's got some magical stuff inside him, dude. I believe that.
Yeah, Curry's incredible.
Yeah, he's so good, dude.
We were watching Steph Curry highlights, me and my buddies, the other day in their dorm, and we were watching the OKC shot.
Yeah, it's my favorite one. That's why it's in our theme song. Yeah.
It's incredible.
They do have a timeout to give. Yeah. They decide not to use it. Curry from way downtown. Oh, what a shot from Curry. It's amazing,
it's like
dude.
A 45
bang! Bang! Yeah, that was in the playoffs.
No,
dude.
It wasn't. It was a regular season game.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, but this was
against OKC.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that was just
incredible.
Yeah.
The Warriors are down 10.
That was the unanimous MVP season.
They were down 10 with like 2 minutes to go.
Yeah.
And they came back and won.
Bang!
Yeah. It went into overtime, dude. It went into overtime. KD hit a big shot, and then Clay hit a shot, and then Russ took an awful shot, and then Steph comes down and
Why are we
hits a 40-footer.
surprised? It's not surprising. Russ takes a bad shot to lose the game. Dude, they just reported that IT is
yeah, he's going to the G League.
Close to coming back. He's going to the G. Did you see his tweet yesterday?
There you go.
Dude, let me read. Hold on, I put it in my favorites on Twitter. Let me go to my favorites. Listen to this tweet by Isaiah Thomas yesterday. This is so funny. I kind of like IT. Like I root for him.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because he's small or because he was the last pick or what, but I root for him. How crazy is that? Isaiah Thomas is the last pick in the draft.
Yeah.
He's like easily a 20 points a game guy if he just had the ball.
He's an all-star, right?
Yeah. I mean, not this year, but yeah, he's an all-star player. Dude, listen to this. So this was yesterday. This was yesterday at 12:30 in the trade deadline, our time in Chicago, and the trade deadline happened at 2. So this was an hour and a half before the trade deadline. Isaiah Thomas tweets, "Yo, on some real, if I get traded today, I'm going to be so mad. LOL. It's my birthday. They wouldn't do me like that. At least the Cavs waited until the day after my birthday last year." That's so funny, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, that's classic.
Yeah, that's hilarious. IT is he's gone through a lot.
I know, dude. Between the sister, the dentist,
How about being
the
the
mouth
last
surgery.
pick in the draft?
Yeah, getting traded by Boston, getting shipped out of Cleveland,
And
then
going
the
to
hip
LA,
injury.
He's in LA, and that was
Yeah.
a disaster.
Yeah.
I'm glad. I hope
He's
he
gone
finds
through
it.
so much, dude.
Yeah, I hope he finds
I
it.
think that's why I root for him. Is because it's like
I could never go through that. I could never handle myself and still play in the NBA.
Yeah, I would have quit a long time ago. Yeah, he's something else. He's like an incredible human being.
Yeah.
On top of the fact that he's good at basketball,
Yeah.
what's more impressive about him and why I root for him more? He's like, That dude knows what it's like to just battle through adversity.
Yeah.
Like, he's one of those guys who's just mentally tough. Like, nothing is stopping him. He would probably be successful in anything he wanted to do because he knows how to just, like, dig deep and get through tough stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Shout out IT, dude.
Yeah, he's
awesome. We're a pro IT crowd here.
Yeah, I agree. How about, you ever seen the Gus Johnson call of IT at Washington hitting the game winner?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, it's incredible. It's an incredible call. It's IT pulls up like, I don't even know. It's in the NCAA tournament. It's awesome. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. What do you
Listen to this. Someone tweeted, the crossover account. They tweeted, without Anthony Davis, what's the Lakers' most realistic path to the NBA Finals? And someone goes, StubHub. Like they just gotta buy tickets like the rest of us, because they ain't getting there.
No,
that's so funny. StubHub. Oh my God, that is so funny. I love Twitter. NBA Twitter is where it's at. Like, I follow hundreds and hundreds of NBA accounts and people who are just known for tweeting good stuff about the NBA. I follow players. It is my favorite, dude. NBA Twitter is so good.
Yeah.
StubHub.
That's awesome.
That's so funny.
But dude, like, realistically,
like, Rob Perez is hilarious. He's probably my favorite account I follow. When what's his name got traded? Harrison Barnes got traded in the middle of the game. Rob Perez puts out, how would you react if you found out you were traded in the middle of a game? We're all different. There is no wrong answer. I would take off my jersey and shorts, fold them nicely, and delicately place them on the seat. I would then go to the scorer's table and check in. You got no shirt on. No, you just like in compression shorts and shoes. That's so funny. Like, I love NBA Twitter. It's so good.
Yeah, the NBA is awesome. If you don't watch the NBA, you need to start.
Yeah, there's people who like just hate on the NBA.
And you know, it's all hockey people.
And
everyone who
and
likes
football
hockey
people too. Dude, you know what I think is wild? I think we might have talked about this before, but like, I don't like how every time you watch like the TNT broadcast and it's like Charles, Kenny, Shaq.
How about what Charles said yesterday about Giannis should trade his whole team for AD?
Is that what he said? That's hilarious. Those guys are really funny and they're awesome, but I don't like how like all those old players like Charles and all those guys that era, they constantly badmouth today's NBA.
I disagree.
They call them soft. They say, "Oh, if I was in there, I'd average 60." It's like, dude, you don't have to badmouth.
I think the other guys are like that.
Who?
I think like Chris Webber. Chris Webber actually, I don't think is that bad. I think Chris Webber is good about it too. But like,
I'm not saying the TNT guys in general. I'm saying the people from that era of basketball.
I agree.
They're always just like, this is soft. It's much easier to score.
Well,
if I could get out there today, I would average 50. It's like, dude, you work for the NBA. Why are you diminishing your own product? Yeah, exactly. It's very weird.
Yeah.
Like, imagine if you were like a Hyundai salesman and you just went around talking trash about Hyundai. It's like, it's just a weird business practice.
I think the NBA, especially the TNT guys, like I think Charles badmouths it a lot, and I think Shaq does a really good job. But even like Reggie Miller is awesome. Can we shout out Reggie Miller right now? One of the best
really
TNT broadcasters.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love Reggie Miller.
Yeah.
I could listen to a game that Reggie Miller broadcast for the rest of my life.
So could I. Same with Doris.
Yeah.
Doris Burke is awesome.
Yeah, if I did something illegal and I was sentenced to listening to Reggie Miller for the rest of my life, I would be okay with that.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
For sure.
Yeah.
But
Mike,
also,
if I could have a game just called by Mike Breen, Reggie Miller, and Doris Burke, I would listen to those three for every game I ever watched for the rest of my life. No problem.
That's utopia.
Yeah, totally.
For sure.
That's nirvana.
Yeah. I think but no. I think guys like Isaiah Thomas, like the OG Isaiah Thomas, all those guys on NBA Network,
NBA TV.
and they're awful. I hate every guy on there. I think they all do a terrible job.
I like those guys, but I know they do badmouth the
It's so
current players and all the.
And how about players only? What a disaster that is. NBA players only on like Tuesday nights.
Is that the one with C-Web?
No, because he's with Reggie. Reggie.
Who's on players only?
Players only is like Rip Hamilton and like who's Dennis Scott.
Oh yeah, they got the glasses and the
Yeah,
bald
he's
guy.
awful.
Yeah. I know what show you're talking about. It's tough.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude, that Jerry, dude, this Clippers team is like in my mind. The Jerry West is pretty awesome at his job. Like the fact that they shipped out Tobias,
but they're still gonna contend.
he had 3 months left on his contract. He's definitely leaving. They offered him an extension. He wanted more, so like he was gonna leave. They got 2 firsts, including that great 2021 Miami pick for a non-All-Star who's literally leaving. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if the Clippers hit bigger in free agency than the Lakers do.
Yeah, I don't know what the Lakers are gonna do. Like, what if there's like this aura around LeBron that no one wants to play with LeBron? Like, what if those players heard KD that was like, dude, this is toxic?
Yeah, I don't know. It's possible, dude.
But
It's
I mean, I
possible.
guess probably not, because AD is like doing anything he can to be with LeBron.
Listen to these advanced analytics on Tobias. Even though he's not an all-star technically, listen to these. I was telling you this the other day. So, on a minimum of 200 possessions, Tobias Harris is 11th in pick-and-roll ball handler points per possession. So, I'll say it again. When he's the ball handler in pick-and-roll, players who have done it a minimum of 200 times, Tobias is 11th in points per possession. For a minimum of 100 spot-up shots, he's the 9th best in spot-ups in the NBA. Minimum of 100 ISOs, he's 7th. You're going to add that to that Philly team.
Listen to this Luka quote. Okay? Sorry.
No, you're good. Go.
Luka goes today, here in the NBA, it's easier to score than in Europe.
That's hilarious.
Oh,
He's
my
19.
gosh.
He's already chirping.
Oh, my God.
Talk that stuff, Luka. Talk your stuff.
Oh, my God. That's hilarious. I think
How about the other night when Brandon Ingram went to the foul line against Indiana and they were chanting, "LeBron's gonna trade you,"
how about like I can't even lie though.
and then JaVale McGee went to the line and they went, "Not worth trading." That was actually so funny.
See, I can't even lie though. For the first time though, in this LeBron era, when they interviewed BI about this, I mean, it kind of looked like BI was hurt, dude. You know?
Well, you have to think, like, we watch from a fan's perspective, but that's got to be hard to deal with.
Dude, everybody in that locker room knows that their job is in jeopardy every day.
Well, okay, but here's something Nick Wright pointed out that I wanted to bring up. He was like, okay, last year the same thing happened where LeBron wanted to ship off everybody, get a new crew, and then what happens is the game after the deadline was that Minnesota game where LeBron blocked that shot, called the timeout. They threw a Hail Mary down to him, and he hit that turnaround jumper at the buzzer, and that, like, healed their season. What if they were saying, like, Nick Wright was saying, like, what if that Rajon Rondo play yesterday heals it and brings it back together? And, like, I was thinking about this earlier today. Like, I wonder what LeBron said in the locker room after the game, because he's hyped with emotions. I wonder if he, like, listen, guys, you know it's a business. It's not personal. But we're together now, so let's try to see what we can make of this. Like, I wonder if he addressed his team and those guys that he tried to ship out of there. He tried to trade his whole team away.
Dude, I love LeBron. Okay,
So do I.
I love LeBron James. I think he's the greatest basketball player ever. This is not LeBron hate. Don't get it twisted. Don't. Okay, but that ruins chemistry.
Did you see the report from Windhorst? Brian Windhorst goes, I know for 100% fact the Boston, was it Boston? Or no, that the Pelicans, they were never going to make that. They were never going to, they could have offered as much as they want. The Pelicans kept saying, no, we want more, we want more, we want more. To get the Lakers to put more on the table to ruin their chemistry. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they were trying to sabotage the Lakers' chemistry as payback for what Rich Paul and LeBron were doing to their team.
Well,
and Rachel Nichols goes, is that possible? And Windhorst goes, oh, no, it's not possible. It's 100%. I'm reporting this. I'm not speculating. I'm telling you from my sources that this is what happened.
I'm reporting this.
Yeah, that's what Brian Windhorst said. He was like, no, I'm telling you, they were never going to take any deal. And they kept saying we want more, and they kept tossing in more guys and more picks and more guys and more picks. Because remember, it started with like Rondo, Beasley, Kuz, and Lonzo, and then it turned into Ingram and Zubac, and they kept throwing in more stuff and more stuff. And like Brian Windhorst of ESPN was like, yeah, they were never going to accept any deal. They were doing that to blow up the Lakers' chemistry.
No, but I believe that.
Totally.
Because no. For the first time ever, right? The first time ever, I really felt for BI when he was kind of like, when the reporter was like, dude, you had to have heard the crowd. He goes, yeah, I hear a lot of stuff. And
I made the free throw, though.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
And, dude, he sounds so sad, And I'm like, it is a business. It is a business, So it's, all you can say is, like, damn, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And it sucks because it is a business and these guys have jobs to do, but these guys have families, And that's the hardest thing about the NBA is this thing between loyalty and a business.
Yeah.
This is the constant clash in the NBA now.
Yes,
It's this
totally.
loyalty and the business because the NBA, you're with 12 guys. It's not 50 guys, like the NFL. It's not 60, 70 guys like it is in the NFL. There's 12 guys on a team. You're with them. You talk to the same guys every day. How about Giannis after the Thon Maker trade?
Yeah, he was like, that's the hardest. How hardest is like my brother. This is the hardest trade I've ever been involved in on any side. Yeah, dude.
These guys are getting shipped across the
it's
country.
Like, remember when Kyle Lowry didn't even talk to Masai Ujiri?
Yeah, for months.
Because he traded his boy.
Yeah.
It's like, I understand it from both sides because, like, if I'm playing 2K and I'm trying to win, I'm making that deal. Let me get Kawhi for DeRozan 100%. But from Kyle Lowry, I also understand, like, hey, this is me and my brother. We took you guys from a nothing franchise.
We put in so much hours, blood, sweat, and tears. You're not here without us.
Yeah. It's like the Rick Ross line. You wouldn't with me shooting in the gym.
Yeah. Right.
It's so true. It's like...
you're in your office fielding calls while me and DeRozan are
out here working
in the gym.
Our butts off.
12 to 12, working.
And we brought you from a nothing franchise to a playoff contender.
That's such a big problem in the NBA now is because what's the right thing to do? It has to be a business. But you can't not let feelings get involved. Because, Kyle, bro, there's only 12 players on an NBA team.
Yeah.
You talk to the same guys every day. You're with practice with them every day. You're in drills with them every day.
Yep.
That would be like if the Warriors shipped out Clay. Imagine what that would do to Steph.
Yeah, you're right. That is a great point. If they moved Clay, like what if this season Clay was averaging 11 points and shooting 30% from the three?
What if Clay walks? Right, that's a possibility.
I think he. I don't know if I think he might. I'm half and half. I have no idea what Clay's.
Well, that's what
do.
makes the Warriors franchise so awesome. Is Bob Myers gets it.
Yeah,
he understands it.
Yeah.
He hasn't been faced with that decision because they never face adversity ever.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, if Clay walks, Curry's gonna say something to Bob Myers. He's gonna be like, "Dude, we brought us
Splash Brothers." Yeah. You remember Mark Jackson saying, "I have the best shooting backcourt in the history of the NBA."
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like this has been a long road we've been on together.
You're just gonna ship them out.
Yeah, it's tough.
That's really tough. The NBA is tough.
Couple more things I wanted to get into, and then we'll get out of here. So going back to this AD thing, because I think that's probably the biggest story right now. So let me break down one more time what I think. So the Pelicans did not take that offer from the Lakers. I think that's a mistake because a couple things. What was leaked was that they want to be able to get other teams involved. They want the Knicks involved so they could try to get that first pick if the Knicks hit on Zion. They want to get Boston involved, and Boston couldn't get involved until they make a decision with Kyrie's contract because you can't have two players on that designated player contract, that Rose rule. So, and what the Rose rule is kind of like the Supermax where you get offer your rookie extension, you get offered more money, like an extra 10% of the total salary cap. And because AD signed that same contract extension as Kyrie did when he was eligible for it, so they're sitting on the same designated player contract right now. So you can't have two guys on the same contract. So either Kyrie needs to walk, Then they can get AD. Kyrie needs to re-sign a different contract. Then they can trade for AD. But how it stands right now, they can't have both players on the same contract. So that's why Boston couldn't get involved until July 1st when free agency starts. So here's my issue with the Pelicans waiting and trying to get Boston involved is what was leaked to the media was that the Celtics are expected to offer Jason Tatum, Marcus Smart, Robert Williams, Al Horford, and 3 first-rounders.
That's a decent deal.
But they can't do that because, A, we've already talked about how you're not going to trade Jason Tatum for 1 year of AD knowing he's going to walk. But more importantly, they can't trade Al Horford. Like this report definitely did not come from Danny Ainge because he knows that because he's such a good executive. Al Horford has a player option, okay? And he's 34 years old. If you think Al Horford's going to opt in knowing he's about to get shipped off to New Orleans, who's not going to be any good,
absolutely not.
when he could just be a free agent and decide
be bought out or something, yeah.
He's got a player option. He can just opt out and become a free agent. There's no way he would willingly opt into that option knowing full well that the Celtics are about to ship him to New Orleans, who's not going to be any good. The man's 34 years old. Is Al Horford, isn't he a former All-Star? Has Big Al made All-Star teams? Yeah. He's like, listen, I'm not doing that. Why would I do that? So that package of Tatum, Horford, Smart, Robert Williams, and 3 first-rounders is just not possible, in my opinion. It just doesn't. It doesn't work. It's not. They can't make that deal.
Yeah, and we've talked about
they're gonna end up trading like Rozier, Brown, and 3 picks, Williams, and 3 picks or something.
Yeah,
there's no way.
I think Robert Williams is gonna be a pretty decent player.
Me too.
Yeah.
So do I. I'm not trying to like hate on Robert Williams or anything.
Yeah,
like
absolutely
that.
not.
I'm just saying like that deal doesn't make sense because there's multiple reasons why.
Right.
One, it's just not a good basketball move to move Tatum for a guy that you don't know who's gonna stay or not.
Mm-hmm.
And 2, Al Horford would have to opt in. He's got a player contract or a player option. So if you think that he's going to opt in knowing full well he's going to get dealt, I don't buy that. He's not going to do that. Even if you try to sit him down and say, listen, this is our plan, he'll be like, all right, I'll see you. I'm opting out.
Yeah, he's old.
Yeah,
like
he's
you
34.
said. He's 34. He's not going to want to go through a rebuild.
Yeah, exactly.
No way.
He's on a winning championship caliber team right now.
Especially if someone like Philly will buy him out and especially if New Orleans or whoever, if they do deal him, it'll be a buyout.
Dude, he could shoot it. What if he's just like, nah, I'll opt out? Hey, Bob Myers, how's it going? You need a shooting center? Because every time a center gets bought out, like they were talking about the Bulls buying out Robin Lopez. They talked about Gortat because he got bought out. They all just want to go to Golden State.
Yeah.
Because Gortat said it. As soon as he got bought out, he's like, I'm going to try to get to Golden State. And Golden State was like, yeah, we'll see. We're going to look at the market and we'll let you know. But it's like they can just take their pick of these awesome centers that got bought out.
Can you imagine being Bob Myers?
Because you could sign for a minimum. Because when you get bought out, you get that money anyway.
Can you imagine being Bob Myers and just sleeping and waking up to the middle of the night of Marcin Gortat's agent being like, hey.
Martin Gortat, Robin Lopez.
Top-tier centers calling.
Starting caliber centers who are just like, can I just sign with you guys for the minimum? I just want a ring. You're like, sure, come on down.
Yeah.
It's like ridiculous.
That's incredible.
If you're a buyout guy and you're like good, why not tell him, hey, call your agent. Hey, call up Bob Myers, see if he needs another guy. What? Because Bob Myers is going to say, sure, I'll get you for a minimum. I'll give you $1 million. You're still getting your $18 million or whatever it was from whatever team bought you out. I wouldn't be surprised if Cantor went there. All these guys who are good, why would you not?
Oh my God.
Why would you not?
If Enes Kanter goes to the Warriors, they're never going to lose
Boogie's
again.
backup? Kevon Looney, or is he a 4?
Oh, he's so bad.
Yeah, they just
Kevon Looney is the worst player in the NBA.
They just waive Kevon Looney and pick up
so bad.
Either Gortat, Robin Lopez, or Cantor on a minimum.
Can you imagine flipping Kevon Looney for Enes Kanter?
For a first? No, because you can sign Enes Kanter. You don't need to give up anything for him. He's bought out.
What would you flip? No one would give a first for Kevon Looney.
Fine, get 2 seconds. Anyone need Kevon Looney? I'll take it. Hey,
just
Atlanta.
Cut him.
Atlanta.
Cut him.
Yeah, it counts against their salary. Who cares?
Yeah.
They don't care. They're so far in the luxury tax already. They don't care. They don't care at all. I've always said that. I've always been like, dude, teams should just overpay everyone and pay out the luxury tax. Same thing with players. They should
Well, that's
take.
what the Wizards did, and look what
Yeah, you're right. But in my opinion, like players should not be worried about maxes.
No.
They should be worried about taking all of them take haircuts and then win 4 or 5 titles, and you'll make that money back up on the back end
Right.
with sponsorships and everything. When you're known as this dynasty, you'll be on Wheaties box and stuff.
Right.
You'll make that money back. Instead of trying to get $30 million a year, sign for 21. Get your boy to sign for 21. Get your other boy to sign for 21, and you just opened up
Yeah.
another salary
Another
cap
max
spot. Yeah, exactly. And then once you guys run the league together, you'll make that $9 million back somewhere else. You know what I mean? Like when you have 6 rings and you're, you know what I'm saying? Like you'll make that money back. You'll have sponsorship deals. You'll be selling Toyotas or whatever.
Yeah.
Like put my face on all sorts of random stuff. I'll make that money back, dude. It'll be fine. I always have thought that forever.
Yeah,
I've
that's
thought
such
that.
a good way of making
Yeah,
that work.
yeah, totally. But you need all your guys to be on the same page. Like, because if I'm a superstar player and I'm going to take a $9 million haircut, and then I find out you didn't, then I'm going to be mad, and that would ruin everything. Like, bro, I took a $9 million haircut. I thought we had this.
Yeah.
I thought we had this plan. You went up in there and got $36 million. I needed you to take 21. That would suck. So you need everyone on the same page to do it together. But as long as they
Yeah.
did,
That's the winning
that's
formula.
the way to do
Yeah.
it. Yeah, totally.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, another fantastic episode here at the Step Back. Stay tuned for more 88.1. Oh, shout out to the Lewis men's basketball team for upsetting Bellarmine last night. Awesome win.
Yeah.
Bellarmine is a wagon, dude. You know they've lost like 5 games in 4 years in the conference.
Yeah, they're awesome.
They're incredible.
Yeah, it was a big win.
Yeah, so good win for Lewis, good win for the program, and shout out to Scott Trosta, member of the Step Back, alumni.
Step Back podcast alum.
Yeah. We would love to get him back on and have him talk more Lewis basketball and NBA. Love to pick his brain. So thanks for tuning in. 88.1 WLRA The Start. This has been the Step Back with Kyle and Pat. Stay tuned. We should get it up on YouTube in the next couple hours. So stay tuned for music, I guess.
Yeah, and pretty soon here we're gonna have video. We'll be taking callers again. We just got to get reset up from the break we took over Christmas. So
Yeah, we just got to get everything back into fruition here. But we got a bunch of new content coming out, commercials, liners, all that stuff. We just entered in our intro now into the song. So
yeah.
we're all set up here. So 88.1 WLRA The Start. Thanks for tuning in, and you guys have a great day.
You're listening to The Start, 88.1 FM, WLRA, Lewis University in Romeoville.